Hey guys, it is Miss Rains and it is Monday, April 13th. We're just coming back from spring break. I hope you had a great break, even though we couldn't really go anywhere. You got a break from doing schoolwork. I hope you got to sleep in and play games and do everything that you enjoy. So I went to school yesterday and got my Simple Solutions workbook so I can kind of follow you all as you're working at home. I do not have a reading Simple Solutions book. I just have the math and science. So if you have any questions, parents or kiddos about the reading, you can just text or email and we'll get it figured out. But I have the math and science. I want to kind of do like an overview of what you're going to be doing this week. So we're going to start with science. You're going to be doing 2 lessons a day in the science Simple Solutions. These are short. We do these together every day, so you know what you're doing. But these are short. It should not be any trouble to get 2 done a day. So you're going to start with lesson 26 and you're going to go to 35 this week. So today you should be doing lessons 26 and 27. Now 26 is part 2. So we're finishing up parts of a plant. Now it's been a while since we did lesson 25, but you can just flip that page back and see where we had already started on parts of a plant, part 1. So you can remember, too, that we would highlight those important things. Now, if you don't have a highlighter, if you don't have a yellow crayon, no need to worry. Just circle them, underline them, do something that makes those words pop out to you when you're reading, either by yourself or with a family member, and you say, hey, I think that's important. Hey, that's in bold print. That's important. Let's circle it. Let's underline it. So don't forget that's a very important part of reading and remembering what we read. So you're going to be doing parts of a plant, part 2. Then the other lesson you're doing today is 27, and there's no reading. It's just a review of the past few lessons. Flip back, reread if you need to. There is no trouble flipping back and rereading. That's why we have these workbooks so we can go back and look. Okay, then tomorrow you're going to start with lesson 28, which is weather, bold words. And then you're going to answer those questions. You're also going to be doing 29, measuring temperature. You're going to be using a thermometer. A thermometer tells us what the temperature is. So this red in the middle will either go up or down depending on how hot or cold it is. Okay, this is Fahrenheit over here. This is Celsius. We use the F, Fahrenheit. So wherever, it's kind of like a bar graph. Wherever it goes up to is the temperature. So it's going up to 70 degrees. So if this thermometer were in our classroom, we would say it's 70 degrees in our classroom. Okay, so if it was stopped here, it would be 30 degrees and it would be very cold. So the higher it goes, the warmer it is. 70 degrees is pretty warm. 80 degrees is even warmer than 70. Okay, so if we look over here, this one, again, looking at the F side, Fahrenheit, it goes up, we can see it's at 30 degrees. All right, so that's pretty cool. This one goes up to 70 as well. That's going to be a lot warmer than 30. This one, go all the way up, and it stops at 50. 50 is going to be warmer than 30 degrees, but still not super warm. We'll probably still need a little jacket. 70 is pretty warm. That's about springy weather. So that's what you're going to be working on in lesson 29, thermometers to measure temperature. Lesson 30 is just a review. Again, no reading, just a review of what we've already done. 31, measuring wind directions. A weather vane measures which way the wind is blowing. So here's an example. These will turn however the wind is blowing, south, north, west, or east, and that will tell you how to measure wind direction. Lesson 32, no reading, just reviewing. Lesson 33, clouds. You're going to be looking at different clouds. 34, one type of clouds, cumulus clouds, puffy and white. 35, stratus clouds, low and they're really thin. They look like just little blankets. And that will finish up your lessons for this week in science. So if you have any questions, feel free to email or call. Hold on, I dropped my paper. Sorry. Okay. In math, you are just doing 1 lesson a day, just like we do in the classroom. And today you're starting with lesson 108. So we've got a bar graph. Remember to follow those bars up. We've got music room instruments. Fact families, half shaded, remember, 2 whole parts, 1 is shaded. 1 of 2 parts, 1 of 2 whole parts. Subtraction, farm animals, we got this. Remember, a cylinder is like a can. So a can of corn or a can of pop, that's what a can is. The answer to a subtraction problem is, oh my goodness, remember what the answer to a subtraction problem is. Okay, this is really what I want to focus on, is that tomorrow in lesson 109, the format of the pages is going to change a little bit. So I want to focus on that really closely. So if you look at what we've been doing, the question and the answer are all right together. Now it's going to change tomorrow because the questions are over here and you answer them over here. Okay, so that's a little different. This is like your answer page. And I can tell you why it's this way, because in 2nd grade, they start like this. And then they're like this every year. So as I've been telling you the past, while we were at school, that you need to really be getting ready, and preparing for 2nd grade. This is one of the ways you're going to do that, because this is what the 2nd grade book starts like. So we don't want you to be surprised or upset when this has changed. So we're going to go ahead and get ready for that change now. So tomorrow, your questions are over here and you're answering over here, okay? So the first question, add the ones, then the tens, write the sum. So you're going to come over here and answer it, okay? So you're just reading over here, come over here to answer. And they have the problem set up for you, 22 plus 15. They already have the line drawn. You know that we start on the one side, so you'll add 2 and 5 and write that answer. Then you'll come over to the tens and add 2 and 1 and write that answer. So again, questions here, answers over here. All right, you're going to keep going. This would be Wednesday, lesson 110, questions, answers. Lesson 111. And if I find something, that I think I need to go over, I will. Circle the shape you can make with these two. If we put 2 triangles together, would we make a circle, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon, 6 sides, or a diamond? So think about the different ways we could put those together and which of those would that fit with. And then your last lesson this week will be 112. Use tally marks. Now remember, tally marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 makes your slash, okay? Which is correct? Write it in the box. So look at these. Which is correct? Then you're going to come over, write your answer in the box. So remember, questions, answers. Remember, inequalities greater than, less than, or equal to, it's open to the biggest number. That alligator is hungry. He wants the biggest meal he can get. So it's going to go to whichever is greater, that's where they're open. So you're writing whichever one is correct in the box. Okay, so questions, answers. If you have any questions at all, feel free to text or email. Remember, I do not have a reading workbook, but we can get it figured out. So I should be able to follow you in science and math for sure.